The election of Republican Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States on Wednesday marked an incredible comeback for a former president who, 4 years ago, refused to concede defeat, incited a bloody uprising at the U.S. Capitol, was found guilty of felonies, and escaped 2 assassination attempts. Trump earned a victory in Wisconsin, completing the 270 electoral votes required to win the presidency. With the acquisition of seats in Ohio and West Virginia, Republicans took back control of the Senate. The 2 most competitive House races are in California and New York, where Democrats are attempting to reclaim some of the roughly 10 districts where Republicans have unexpectedly gained ground in recent years. Norwegian Group, the U.S., will no longer be a driving force in the fight against climate change as a result of Trump's election. In reference to the global objective of attempting to limit future warming since pre-industrial times, the environmental group Norwegian Bellona stated that with the election of Donald Trump, the United States will no longer be a driving force globally to reach the 1.5 Celsius target. According to the group, the result signifies that the European Union must take the global leadership role in the climate fight and to a significantly greater extent ensure the defense of Europe's strategic interests. According to a statement from the Oslo-based organization's founder, Frederick Hodge, the EU will now become significantly more important for climate, technology development, and restructuring in the next 4 years. Regarding Trump's election, optimism and realism clash in Kyiv and on the front lines of Ukraine. On the eastern front lines of Ukraine, soldiers in an artillery battery were firmly committed to their dreams for the new U.S. president, despite their hazy knowledge of the results of the U.S. election, which indicated Donald Trump's triumph on Wednesday. Every day, their well-established artillery installation shoots at Russian forces and is fired upon almost as frequently. A Russian drone was caught by one of their overhead nets only the other day. The commander of the unit, a 39-year-old guy named Mozart, stated in the hours leading up to the confirmation of Trump's victory, "I hope that the quantity of weapons, the quantity of guns for our victory will increase. We need help, so we don't care who the president is as long as they don't stop us from getting it." Even though Trump's win cast doubt on U.S. support for Ukraine and eventually Kyiv's ability to repel Russia's invasion, Associated Press journalists informed the soldiers who infrequently use their Starlink internet connection of the outcome. The Prime Minister of Slovakia congratulates Trump on his win. At a press conference on Wednesday, Prime Minister Robert Fico declared, "We respect the choice of the American people." Fico, who has a reputation for being pro-Russian, stated that as a result of the election, liberal and progressivist beliefs were certainly defeated because the new American president is a conservative. "We believe he will concentrate on American economic concerns. The fact that everyone is waiting for the first steps in regards to the war in Ukraine is crucial," according to Fico. Fico went on to say that in order to facilitate talks between Ukraine and Russia, Trump may cut back on or stop military assistance for Ukraine or suggest an immediate ceasefire. Fico stopped providing Ukraine with military assistance. How are the election results affecting the markets? Early Wednesday saw a sharp increase in U.S. futures markets, with the Dow surging 2.85% and the S&P 500 increasing about 2%. Bitcoin, which many believe will benefit from a Trump presidency, reached record highs of over $75,000. Before the opening bell, Tesla, the business owned by Elon Musk, a Trump surrogate, surged 12%, while other manufacturers of electric vehicles fell. Expectations of a retraction by Trump-appointed market regulators also caused banking equities to rise sharply. Trump and Congress are urged by a U.S. humanitarian group to reject policies that demonize immigrants and asylum seekers. The Trump administration was urged to continue America's traditions of humanitarian leadership and care of the most vulnerable by the International Rescue Committee, a sizable humanitarian relief organization. The nonprofit organization located in Trump, York, also called on Congress and the Trump administration to reject policies that demonize immigrants and asylum seekers, pointing out that the United States Refugee Resettlement Program has improved the country's reputation and saved lives. Under the direction of David Miliband, a former senior diplomat for Britain, IRC claims to offer relief services to those impacted by disasters in over 40 nations. In a number of congressional campaigns, barriers were broken and history was created.